Y'all want to know how I made this? Well, let's get in here and start making it. How about that? Hey y'all, it's Tracy with Mama's Comfort Cooking, and today I'll come to show you how to make some Mardi Gras pasta. Mardi Gras pasta. So here are the ingredients you will need, and it is so delicious. Hope y'all doing good today. Hey everybody, hey. Let's get started cooking. I'm going to turn you down. I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to need. Here we go. Let's turn on. I'm going to angle you down. So what I'm using for this particular cook, I'm going to use some peeled, clean shrimp. I'm going to use large. I'm using 4 cups of half and half. I'm using fettuccine pasta, garlic, a combination of seasonings, which also include Old Bay, garlic powder, so forth and so forth. And I'm using sun-dried tomato pesto, sun-dried tomatoes, garlic butter, white American cheese, Havarti cheese, dill seasoning, Parmesan cheese, lemon juice, and mushrooms and onions. So let's get started. So over here, we're going to start off in this pan. I've already added some garlic butter in the pan. And I'm about to now start with my onions and mushrooms. There's one more thing that I'm going to add to this. That is the andouille sausage. So we do have andouille sausage. Let's go ahead and add them as well. To this, I'm going to add some dill seasoning because you know mushrooms take on the flavor whatever you add. So I'm going to add some dill seasoning. This is 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add just a little bit more because some of it spilled out while I was showing you the ingredients. So I'm going to add just a little bit more dill as we get everything going. Just a little bit more to balance it off. We're going to be working with 2 different skillets, cooking 2 different things at one time. Alright, we'll get that spill up. Move this out of the way. And get that going. Next to this skillet, we're going to get started with our shrimp. I've already added some garlic butter. I'm going to add just a little bit more. And we're going to get our shrimp going. I'm going to let this cook in good together. So this is garlic butter that I got at Sam's. I'm going to be using some of it to cook the shrimp in. So right next to it, we're going to add the shrimp into the garlic butter. But before I add it, I'm just going to shake a little seasoning on there. Okay? Just to make sure we got it seasoned real good. Some of the combinations are onion powder, garlic powder. I have some cayenne pepper in there, some Old Bay. It's a great combination of seasoning. And I'll add more as I need it. So that's the beginning of our cook. As you know, it doesn't take very long for shrimp to cook. So even though I have onions, I'm going to add a little bit more purple onions in here. I have garlic butter, but I'm going to add a little fresh garlic to this. This is Mardi Gras-inspired. Next, we're going to start working on the pasta. It won't take long to boil it. Remember to salt your water real good. And the butter determines on how much you want, and how much it needs will determine on how saturated you want it to be. I'm going to add a little bit more seasonings in here and let them just cook into the shrimp. So when we come back, we'll be moving on to the next step. See how the shrimp is cooking. See how the mushrooms are cooking. And what do we need to do next? See you back in just a little bit. As you can see, the garlic butter shrimp is done. And it looks delicious. And our sausage is cooking very good. So let's take a look at this as well, to get an eye on both of them and what is going on. The next ingredients we're going to add to the sausage is we're going to add the sun-dried tomato pesto, some sun-dried tomatoes, and we're going to add a can of tomato, basil, oregano, and garlic over into the andouille sausage and the mushrooms and onions. Now it's time to add our sun-dried tomato pesto. I'm using one whole can. One whole can, or jar I should say. And this is a 6.7 jar. Next I'm going to add my crushed tomatoes with basil and oregano, and some sun-dried tomatoes. This is going to be a delicious dish. And it's still good if you can't have tomatoes, that you can just omit them. You can't have shrimp, you can put chicken. Next, we're going to salt our water and get ready to drop our pasta. The last time I checked, water did not come seasoned. So we're going to add a good bit of salt. And then we're going to add our fettuccine noodles. All right. Let's get everything going. Let's get our noodles added. Remember, don't overcook them. Cook them al dente. And when we come back, we're going to the next step. Now it's time to make our Alfredo sauce. So I have some garlic butter in there. Garlic butter. I used about 2 tablespoons of garlic butter that I got from Sam's. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of flour. A cup of flour. to this garlic butter. And I'm going to stir it. We're going to cook some of the graininess off of it, a little bit of it. I'm going to switch over to my whisk. And then I'm going to use half and half. Half heavy cream and half milk. So we're getting ready to start adding our heavy cream and our milk combo together. This is 4 cups. I'm using 4 cups. You want to whisk it in a little at a time. You get everything going good together. I'm going to add some more. I'm going to use all 4 cups. To this, I'm going to add a combination of creamy Havarti cheese and white American cheese. Add that combination in there. I'm also going to use some of the spices that I used with my shrimp. I'm going to add that as well. All of it is going together and they're going to all get along real good. You're in control of your seasonings. There's no right or wrong on that. Next, I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add a little Parmesan cheese right along with everything else. You really can't get enough cheese, right? We're going to let this cook. And then we're going to put everything together once this begins to cook and come together. So we're getting ready to put everything together. We've got a combination of andouille sausage, mushrooms, and onions, tomatoes. And we've got our garlic shrimp. And when we come back, we're going to just bring it all together. This is the outcome of the Alfredo sauce. Smooth, cheesy, and creamy. Now it's time to put this dish together. Let's do this. This is a delicious dish. You'll be calling Olive Garden and saying, "Hey, Olive Garden, this is Mama Tracy. I heard that you had a dish that cost a lot of money, but I think it's funny because I just made it at home." So here we go. Let's get started. Let's put it together. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip the Alfredo down first. And we're going to pour it just like that. I'm making 2 different ones. One is going to have chicken on top and one is going to have shrimp on top. Is that all right? So the next thing we want to do is we want to add some of our mushrooms and andouille to it. So we want to make sure we can get it in really good and add it to the top of it. So let me get a little bowl, put it in there, and then we'll just move it and put it on top. How about that? So what we want to do is take some of those tomatoes and andouille sausage and mushrooms and want to add it just like that. Don't be stingy. People pay a lot of money, so be very generous. But here at home, honey, it's free. You can have as much as you want. We're going to do the other one the same way. So we're going to add some of that good old andouille sausage, onions, mushrooms, tomatoes. Let's get them all in there together. Work it in there really good. Make you want to come back for more. And I'm just going to take some garlic butter shrimp And I'm going to add on top of one. And I'm adding chicken on top of the other. Just like that. Just like that. You can have as much as you want. Remember, you made this at home. So take your time and enjoy your creation. Is that all right? All right, so now we're going to add chicken. I just have some simple grilled chicken. My husband don't like shrimp. So to his, I'm adding chicken. Just a little chicken in there. We're going to top it off with just a little bit more seasoning. A little bit more Alfredo, just like that. Didn't hurt nobody. I know. I already know. And just like that, we're done. Don't that look wonderful? Honey, top it off with a little Parmesan. Tell the waiter, we're ready. Pick up. Oh, that's right. You're the waiter too. Yeah, we're finished. We're done. And it's just that delicious. Get in there. Get in there. And get in there. Thank y'all so much for putting up with me. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your family. And enjoy your food. Thank you for watching Mama's Comfort Cooking.